Hello everyone, this is Meedhansh and welcome back to the Java series. Today we are going to cover the topic of the installation of JDK and Notepad++ as our text editor. So let's get straight to the screen. Okay, so here we are on our screen, and now first of all let us understand the terminology. As we discussed that we are going to download and install JDK, and we are going to download and install Notepad++ as well. So what is JDK? Basically JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay, and you must have heard of two more terms with JDK. So they are JRE. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment, and the last one is JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine. JDK, Java Development Kit, means that it's a kit which we use to develop Java programs. It's as simple as that. Then we have JRE. JRE's use case is like, for example, you have got a file, a Java program from your friend, and you want to test it on your computer or your laptop, but you do not have the JDK installed. So in that case, what you can do is from the browser, you can find the JRE, download and install it, and you can simply run the Java programs. But you cannot develop the Java programs as it does not support it. For developing the Java programs, we are going to install the JDK. So first we will download it from the browser, and the last thing is JVM. JVM comes with both of them, with the JDK also and JRE as well. So JVM basically is responsible for all your programs to run. Since we know that Java is owned by Oracle, so we will go to their website to download and install JDK. So to download it, we will go to our browser, and over here we are going to search for JDK download. Okay, so after searching for it, you will get the website link on the top, which is oracle.com. So over here, Java downloads, we will simply click it and we will go to the JDK or Java downloads page. So over here we have multiple versions. So basically we have two of them over here, JDK 21 and JDK 17. So we are going to install the latest one, JDK 21. So we will simply click it, it's already selected. And now over here it depends on your OS operating system which you are using. So since I am using Windows, I will go to the Windows section. If you are using Macintosh, you can simply click on Mac OS and you can install either DMG installer or the other one, which is the 64 architecture DMG installer. The first one was the ARM64. So these are much better to install. Otherwise you have to first unarchive the compressed one, then you have to install it. So it's better to have the installer. And in Linux as well, there are most of them packages, so we can install any one of them which you prefer. So since I am a Windows user, I will install the 64 architecture installer. Over here I will create a new folder which will be Java Development Kit, so that you can just remember if by any chance your JDK gets disturbed or gets crashed, so you can at least reinstall it without making any hustle to download it from the browser. We will go to the Java Development Kit folder and I will save it, and done. It is downloaded already. So now I will go to the folder which was the Java Development Kit. It was in the D drive, D volume. So the Java Development Kit, I will double click it and it's basically a 167 to 165 MB file. So now I have got a prompt. You might not be able to see it, and the prompt says that do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? So we will click on yes. Okay, so don't click on no, otherwise the setup will not appear. So click on yes, and then the wizard will come up. So we have the setup over here. Next, and now an important part. We have to copy this path because it will be useful in the next 1 or 2 minutes, as we have to use it for the system variables. So we will click on change and we will copy this path, and then next it will start to download. It will be in progress. If you already have Java or JDK installed, then it will show you an error that you cannot install the JDK, and it will say it's illegal because you have already installed it. So okay, here we have it, and now we will simply close it and our Java is installed, but it is not installed fully, it's partial. Now the second step is to edit the system environment variables. So over here we will search for environment, and now I have this window, system properties, where I am in the advanced tab. I will select the environment variables, and now over here we will use the same path which we copied during the progress. So now we have to make two changes in each. Like it depends, if you just make the changes in the system variable, that is also fine, but if you just do the changes in both of them, so that is on the safer side. So I recommend you to change the variables on both of them, the user variables also and the system variables as well. So first of all, we will change the user one. Now over here you have to find a variable named path. So it is visible over here, path. We will double click it, or you can click on edit. So we will click on new, as we have to give another value to it. So we will paste the path which we copied, and now make it sure that after copy pasting this path, you put bin after it. Why? Because the commands which we will use to compile and run our Java programs are kept inside the bin folder. The path we got was still JDK-21. After that, a forward slash, and you have to write bin. If you don't write it, nothing will work, and it might seem that your Java or JDK is not installed. So hit OK, and then the same for system variables. So we will search for path. Okay, we found it. Double click. There will be much more of values over here in system variables. So now click on new. Same process. Paste it. Write bin, and that's it. Hit OK. So now your path variable has been set, and now we have to create another variable. Till now we have edited one, but now we will create a environment variable. So we will click on new, and we will write class path in capitals. Make it sure you are writing it in capitals. So over here we will simply write, it's a very small value, it's just dot and a semicolon. So dot, you must be knowing that if you have ever used the command prompt. So over there we type, like there's a command cd dot dot. So we use this command to go back to the parent directory, and the dot basically means the current directory. So double dot means the parent directory, and the single dot means the current directory. So we are putting the current directory means dot and then a semicolon, which is a separator. So like in future, if we are adding any other value, so we don't forget to put the semicolon over here, and hit OK. Our class path has been set as well. Now since I was using Java earlier as well, and I just wanted to update it since I was using JDK 20. So now we are downloading 21 and installed. We have already installed it. So now the same process for system variables. I was telling you that I used it earlier is because I already have the class path over here. It's right over here, and I have a MySQL connector. So we will simply click on new and put a dot. We don't need to put the semicolon because it will separate them by itself. So I just wanted to show you that if you get this type of window, so you just have to put the dot and not the semicolon with it, as it might create some problems or errors. So hit OK, and here you can see there's a little dot, semicolon, dot, and then semicolon. So it automatically separates both of the values. So that's it. Now we have to click on OK and then again click on OK. So the first step was to download and install JDK. Then the second one was to set the system variables. So now make it sure that you restart your PC or laptop after setting the system variables and downloading and installing the JDK. As if you do not restart your PC or laptop, then it might not work because the system variables need to be restarted so that they can be set properly. So I will restart my computer and then we will go ahead with the installation and the downloading of Notepad++. So now I have restarted my laptop and now we will test if our JDK is working properly or not. We have two commands in, as I discussed, there's a bin folder. So in the bin folder we have two commands that we use most of the time. They are Java and Javac. Java is used to run the program, whereas Javac is used to compile the program. C stands for compiler. Over here I have opened the command prompt and here we will type Java or Javac, any of them. And if you are getting a precise stuff related to Java, then congrats, your Java is working successfully. Your JDK has been installed properly. But by any chance, like if it says something like this, if I'm going to make a spelling mistake because otherwise I will not get this error. So if you are getting some error like this, when you type Java or Javac, so in that case you must check your environment variables one, and you can check for the bin if you have written bin over there or not, and you can check for the class path as well. Although class path is not related to this, it will be related to the programs, but mainly it is related to the bin. If bin is not written, then these commands will not work. And make it sure to write give the variables in the user also and in the system. If you give them in the system, no problem, it will still work, but it's better to give it in the user as well. So I am getting the stuff related to Java properly, as it says use a Java options, main class, and many more things related to Java. So it means it is working successfully, and make sure you test both of the commands. Sometimes one of them works, other not. So in that case, you can reinstall the JDK, or first you can download it again, or you can try for the lower versions if it is not working. Sometimes it happens depending upon the PC or laptop if it cannot support the latest JDK. So you can check on it, and if you have any other queries, you can comment down below that if it is not working and there's any other circumstance that is being created. Now the second thing we wanted to download and install is our text editor, that is Notepad++. So again we will go to our browser and over here we will type for Notepad++ download. Hit enter. We will get the link of this website, notepad-plus-plus.org. So we will click on this link and we will be redirected to this website. So we will download the latest version 8.5.7. We will just store and or save it in the same folder, Java Development Kit, because these are the two main things which we will be using. Okay, it's installed. It is a 4.5 MB file, executable file. So we will go to our folder and we will search for it. Java Development Kit was the name of the folder. So we have the npp installer Notepad++ abbreviation for it. So we will double click it, and again you will get the prompt. You might not be able to see it, and it will ask the same as it asks for the JDK, that do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device, and simply hit yes. If you hit no, the wizard will not come up. So now install a language, English, of course we are going to work with English. Hit OK. Now the wizard, and we will simply click next. I agree. Next, you may change it if you want that you do not want it to be in your bootable or Windows drive. So you can keep it in the other one. For example, I have two drives, C and D, so I can keep it in the D. But I recommend you to just have it in the default one and keep them default settings. We don't need to just do anything. Just next, I agree, next, and install. So you can create a shortcut on desktop. You can or cannot enable, it depends upon you. So install. I just enable the shortcut one. Now we will test it once. So we will check the box run Notepad++. So finish. And now it must run. Yes, we got it. So we have some bug fixes over here which they have given. So we will close it, and we have got a new file, so we can type anything over here, public class. So it is running successfully, and I will tell you how to write the code in the upcoming lectures. So we will create a hello world program and others as well. So we have now installed both of them, and let's just summarize our lecture in today's class. So we basically installed the JDK. We understood what is the difference between JDK, JRE and JVM. So JDK is required for us as we are going to be the developers. So now we have installed the Notepad++ as well. It is working successfully. Everything's working great. So that is it for today. I hope you liked it, and if you have any queries related to Java or Notepad++, you can comment down below, and I will share the link for the JDK download and Notepad++ as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.